Joined today by assistant track and field coach and head cross country coach Ryan Lane. And Coach Lane, just a great cross country year for you guys this year. Why don't you start off with just a little recap of the cross country team this year?
Sure, we finished third on both sides, and both teams are actually very young. I bring back all my girls but one and all my boys but one on both sides. The girls were ranked fifth coming in, and with 6 freshmen, we actually still finished third, so about 35 points out of first, and the boys were just 3 points out of second. So overall, they exceeded expectations from the preseason polls.
Now, halfway through the indoor season now, how's the distance runners here? How are they kind of reaching that goal, working towards the OVC championships?
Sure. It's very difficult for us because we're the only ones that have 3 seasons during the year. We have cross-country, indoor, and outdoor, and trying to peak 3 times in a year is extremely difficult. So we do a lot of strength training through indoor season. We don't actually specifically look to try and peak very hard. So a lot of the stuff that we're better at right now is more on the longer distance stuff. The mid-distance kids are just now starting to come into their own milers and 800-meter runners. So to run as well as we did is actually very impressive because we haven't not done a tremendous amount of work to try and prepare at this point for it being real fast.
Now, had a very successful weekend last week at the Indiana Relays. Had a couple runners finish first in both the men's and women's 5,000s, and Chris Losman and Jessica Bollinger. Talk a little bit about last weekend's performance.
Yeah, they're both fifth-year seniors, and the two of them know exactly what it takes in order to get better. We went into that meet with actually pretty high expectations from both of them because they've been training extremely well, and both of them went out and executed a perfect race plan, and both of them went into that race with the expectation that they could win it. And with that confidence in their training, they were able to go out and do exactly as they expected they could do, and I thought they could do as well, and they finished very, very well.
All right. Well, Coach, thanks for joining us today, and we'll be talking with you throughout the season. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Joined by senior Chris Losman, a distance runner here at Southeast Missouri. And Chris, great weekend last weekend at the Indiana Relays, finished first in the 5,000-meter open run. Just talk a bit about your season thus far and how things are going for you.
Season's been going pretty good so far. We've only raced a couple times. The first weekend didn't go so well, but like you said, last weekend went really well. Just kind of kept just clipping off the laps as I went by, let it from the gun, and ran exactly about what I wanted to do. So heading in a good direction. Hopefully come back in a couple weeks, going back to Indiana, try to run a fast 3K this time, get ready for the conference meet. So season's been going well so far, injury-free. So.
Now, you're a standout cross-country runner here. Talk to us a little bit about, you ran out of eligibility for this year, but tell us a little bit about going into this indoor and outdoor season. Was it a little different not having that cross-country training going into the year?
Yeah, it was definitely, it's been a long year so far getting ready to race. I mean, I've been training since last May, just pretty much throughout the whole season. So I kind of had some guys, I've been running in and out with the cross guys as far as, distance runs go, but as far as workouts, I'm pretty much on my own. So it's been a long, drawn-out process, but it's good to be back with everybody. I tried to help out when I could with the guys in the workouts and, as far as advice goes during the season. So, and they had a great year, and now we're all back together. So just putting some work in and doing some good things this year, hopefully.
All right, well, best of luck this remainder of the season.
Thank you.
Joined by distance runner Jessica Bollinger. And Jessica, great weekend last weekend at the Indiana Relays, won the open 5,000-meter run. Just tell us a little bit about how your season's gone. You hit a PR in the 1-mile run at the Saluki Open. How's your season gone so far?
It's gone really well so far. I've been healthy, so that's the main thing with me. Usually I'm pretty injury prone. So so far I've been doing really well and faster than I thought I'd be this early in the season. So.
Now, you're a member of the cross-country team here. How did the season go? You finished 3 top 10 finishes, and the team finished above kind of expectations for the year. Just talk to us about your season personally, cross-country-wise, and then the team as well.
Well, I started off really well in cross-country. I had a little bit of trouble in the middle. I had got a virus, but I bounced back from it and was still able to compete in the end. And then overall, as a team, I think we did really well and exceeded expectations. We were a really young team. I was the oldest, and then we had a few other upperclassmen, and then most of us were all freshmen. So I think we did really well at conference. We placed third and beat some teams that we weren't really supposed to beat. So I was really happy with it, and I think after I graduate, we're just going to keep getting better.
All right, well, thank you for your time today, and best of luck for the remainder of the season.
Thank you very much.
Joined by distance runner Nate Shipley, and Nate had a real great year this year, cross country, all OVC performer. Talk a little bit about your season, then just talk a little bit about the team. You guys are pretty young, got a good core group coming back. Just talk about the cross country season.
My season went pretty well. This is my third season. I got hurt my sophomore year. I'm redshirt junior this year. It went really well. It was my third All OVC. I had a couple PRs at some meets, and it went really well. We're just a young team we're trying to see where we're at this year because we're just rebuilding because we lost seniors, Chris Losman, Dustin Davis, Houston Lumpkin, and Cody Martin. They're part of our top 7. It was just a rebuilding year for us, and we had some new people, and they ran really well towards the end of the season where we wanted to be.
Now, tell us a little bit about being cross country and track and field. Kind of have that whole year, but what's your favorite time of the year? Is it cross country, or is it indoor or outdoor season?
Outdoor season for sure.
Why is that?
It's just indoor is just really rough on the body because it's really tight and the turns are really tight and everything. And outdoor is just more 400-meter track. It's better on the body than compared to 200-meter track.
All right. Well, thank you for your time today, and best of luck for the rest of the season.